What's up, my Century Unit? It's the Century Man here, so back again with another episode review of South Park, Series 19, Episode 4. The title of this episode is called You're Not Yelping. It's all about Cartman becoming a Yelp food critic. This episode was a good one. It's one of my favourite episodes so far of the series for me. Bit better than the previous episode. Before we get to the rest of this episode review, bit of an announcement, because the start of next week, I'm not just reviewing one South Park episode, but two South Park episodes. I'm trying to wrap up reviewing Series 19 episodes of South Park before this month is out. I've been doing it since August. I'm trying to end it in September. As for What If, that will continue until October, because the show ends in October. As for Sonic X, I don't know. It's been a month since I reviewed a Sonic X episode. I don't know. It's too much content because I'm reviewing South Park episodes, What If, the Marvel shows, wrestling. That will be back in the foreseeable future. Anyway, so let's get back reviewing this episode of South Park. Yeah, it's all about Yelp reviewers and introduce a new character called David. He's this Mexican kid. Him and his family moved to South Park, opened a restaurant called Nueva Familia. It's a new family in Spanish. David. They never used him after this. Cartman is basically made David his servant. It keeps calling him David because it is David, but they pronounce it David, in Spanish. And Cartman trying to make David saying, "Do you ride your, was it tiny bicicleta?" Bicicleta is basically Spanish for bicycle. And David says, he said it twice. He said Z. I'm trying. My impression is gonna be bad, but David says, Z. Me ride my bicicleta to school. And also, there's one scene. This is after when the food critic got shot by the restaurant industry, and then there's one scene like Cartman wanted to make David, saying "ride my bicicleta to school," and David give Cartman the middle finger. It's a shame. I'll get to why the restaurant owners turning on the food critics later on in this review. So. The start of this review, you had Randy and Gerald going to this restaurant called, I'm going to butcher the name of this restaurant, it's called Fentacular, I don't know. Basically, one of the employees says, you have to wait for 30 minutes, and then you change your mind, like, follow me, I'll show you to your table. and then Gerald said to Randy, I'm a Yelp critic. Gerald becoming a Yelp critic is planting the seeds of he becomes a troll at the following season of South Park, season 20. You can tell it's a bit of a genesis because I think in the, I don't know what episode of series 20 of the show, he said about like he tired of becoming a food critic, so he decided to become a troll. I'll get to season 20 in the future, so yeah, and also they kind of like reference ISIS in this episode. They kind of reference ISIS. They reference ISIS in the first series. Not first series. The first episode of series 18. The Kickstarter episode. They reference ISIS in this episode and episode 7. It's called Naughty Ninjas. Because this is 1 month before the whole ISIS attack on Paris, because this episode aired in October. The ISIS Paris attack was in November, so it's really like, how the hell they covered ISIS, This is way back in the mid-2010s. I think ISIS is officially over right now in our current timeline. I don't want to get into it, but it's the reason why they cover ISIS, the lot of ISIS references, because the food restaurant owners, they're getting sick of the Yelp reviewers. Basically, they self-proclaim they don't want to kiss their asses. Basically, they're eating food without paying. Comments like in in Nueva Familia. He's eating all the food. It's like in the Mexican restaurants, when I see Carmen eating the Mexican food, I go, wow, that it makes me hungry because I like Mexican food. But he said to David's father, I'm teasing and giving this restaurant a 5-star or 1-star. It's like, no, what I can do? Maybe I persuade from some free desserts, and then he got free desserts. I think it was an ice cream and some kind of flam or cake. And he called David a busboy. I don't really get it. Why Cartman calls David a busboy? I don't know. I look it up. It's something to do if you call someone you're called for a waitress or waiter. I don't know. I think it's an American term. I just don't want to get into it, but it's all about let's get to Whistling Willie's. Whistling Willie's. That's a pizza place. It's basically their version of Pizza Hut or Domino's Pizza. The owner of Whistling Willie's got sick of them. Basically he had this one critic says, I want a table near to the bull pit. And it's like, that's it, everyone get the fuck out of here. And he kind of confronted this mechanic called Dennis. You don't want a 1-star, Bill. You're not a food critic, Dennis. You're a fucking mechanic. And he kicked him out. He kicked one food critic. He appeared in the beginning scenes of this episode at Nueva Familia. David's restaurant. They appeared in the Whistling Willie's a little bit later on, because he's basically, you can tell, like Whistling Willie's and also the owner of City Walk. What's his name? Lou Kim? That's his name. But Carmen kind of threatened him. Says, "Oh, you're kind of late. Maybe 1 star late." It's like, no 1 stars. God, you it's like bit of a tongue twisting, mum. But your Yelp reviewers are driving me crazy. Or your Yelp reviews are killing me. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the line, but you can tell they look tortured and pissed off about the Yelp reviewers, and then Whistling Willie's kick every Yelp reviewers out, including Gerald. And then you got like the owner of City Walk going there, Nueva Familia, says it's over, and see a picture of Whistling Willie, kicking out the Yelp reviewers, and then had like sign says you're not welcome Yelp reviewers. I think they said it in that Vacula, that restaurant, and then also in Nueva Familia, David's family's restaurant, the Mexican restaurant, says we don't care about Yelp reviewers or food reviewers or food bloggers. It's the same thing, but so basically Cartman, it's all about like Cartman wants authority, and also I understand Cartman always poked fun of racism for the almost a quarter of a century. I never seen. Cartman never said the N-word, because Token is black, but I don't think Cartman will go that route. He's not like being racist for the sake of racist. He's just basically poking fun of racists. That makes Cartman who he is. He's kind of like the star of the show. He went to Buzz's house, and Buzz said to Cartman, like, you started it all. Maybe you set the record straight and show them how to do it right, or whatever he says. So, I don't know, Buzz and Cartman, they're kind of like friends. Like, Cartman made Buzz do his dirty work, every time he's doing like a scam, not a scam, but a rich scheme he's trying to do. He said, like, I'm going to say it again, like, you started this all, how about you set the record straight and show them how to do it right, or whatever Buzz says. And also, he planned this meeting with all the food critics, including not just Gerald's a food critic, and also, what's his name? Detective Yates. He's a police officer with ginger hair. He's a food critic. And also, we saw his wife. We haven't saw the wife since nearly a decade ago, about season 10, because they did an episode about Michael Jackson moving to South Park. Yeah, they called him Mr. Jefferson. I don't know why they don't allow him to call him Michael Jackson. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. Anyway, so Cartman basically arranged this meeting. Instead of like a few people attend, there was a lot of people attend, and then you got Cartman go fuck. He really gave a passionate speech about towards the food critic. Says if there's too many food reviewers, no one knows who's the actual food critic. You have to see like Yates holding his hands on his hips. So, and he didn't really say it. He looked like he's saying, "That's me." And then who is the real food analyst? And Joe and people kind of clapped. They're not clapping towards Gerald. Gerald's just like, "Oh, thanks." They're not clapping towards you. He's clapping towards clapping towards Cartman, because Cartman wants to be him, being the leader. He's kind of the leader. He says like, a leader leads, another one follows. I can't remember the dialogue that well, but show them what food. Make sure food critics matters. Whatever they say. I'm sorry. Can't remember I don't remember the dialogue that well. Maybe one or two, but it's very hard. I say it towards the heart. I don't write things down. I do it sometimes, but not all the time. Anyway, so basically, like all the Yelp reviewers who got kicked out from Whistling Willie's, they basically smash up the place. They completely smash up the place, and they end up doing la 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 la, not la 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 la, like sticking your ears, sticking your fingers up your ears. It's basically like the ISIS like war cry. It's like, holy shit, how the fuck can they get away with this crap? But it's just what it is, and they acting like they killed Whistling Willie's. Basically, you can see on your screen right now, one guy kind of pulled, the mascot's head. He was the guy wearing the Whistling Willie costume. I don't know if he's dead or something. They're acting like he's fucking beheaded. That's just like, it's kind of funny. They're kind of poking fun out ISIS. It's not like making fun of ISIS, because they're kind of like the scumbags who killed a lot of people around. They killed, like, attacking innocent countries, like around the world, like Paris, and then I think in Belgium and Russia and Canada, and then Manchester in 2017. It kind of ended, you can tell in that 2018, 2019 mark. I don't want to get into it, but it's just like the show kind of poked fun out ISIS. And they keep showing footage of ISIS. Like they covered ISIS. I don't want to get into it, but and also there's a song called Cartman didn't really sing "Bad as a Bone." It's like bad, I'm bad a bone, and you can tell other kids are kind of like backing off from Cartman, because Cartman can do that. Cartman is one of, I can't really say he's one of the most evil characters of the show. I don't know. He's on that level because he's a manipulative, he's racist. He's just what it is. And also, like, in the this was like in the second scene. No, not second scene. I think it was, the third. I think it was the third scene. Fourth scene, whatever. Basically, in the hallway at South Park Elementary, he gave David's restaurant, Nueva Familia, 2 stars because his shit was solid. And then, it's like, and David's like, why you give it 2 stars? because his shit has no water, and Kyle says it's not supposed to hold water. I don't know if it's true, I don't want to get into it, but, I think David kind of like trying to confront Cartman. Yeah, and Kyle says, like, basically trying to, like, David trying to confront him, and also you thought, like, and everyone trying to join in the fight, like, not just Gerald, but, like, Yates, Detective Yates. Harris is one with the grey hair. I think wasn't he, like, his partner? Well, I haven't really saw his partner since, ages. I heard he got killed in the Halloween episodes, like, when Randy is the owner of Blockbuster's Video. That was, at the time, it's still around until, I think it was at the time Blockbuster was closing down. I think he got killed, I don't know. It's been nearly a decade, since that Halloween episode. That was a funny episode. You got, like, the boys, Stan, Kyle, Cartman, Kenny, they just look like the Avengers, That was funny, but, anyway. So, yeah, so basically, Kyle says, this is not Mexico, and David says, I'm not from Mexico, dude, I'm from Idaho. So, why do you say he's from Mexico? That's a bit stereotypical. Like, they think he's from Mexico, born and bred in Mexico, but he's living in America. I don't want to get into it, but so Cartman thought he led his army. You say, "You brought your army, fat ass." That's Kyle says, and Gerald says, "Don't call me fat, son." It's like he's not even talking to you. He's talking about Cartman, and he's about to say it about being a food critic. I don't know what he said. They kind of like saying it in a whole time, and then I think David and Kyle have a plan. Says, I know what I do. Me too. And then they plan the whole Yelp Elite, and set up the song called Boogers and Cum. That's I like this season. The reason I like this season because they're producing a lot of musical numbers of this episode. Like in the first episode, you had the PC song, and then the second one's Where Is My Country Gone? And then this episode we got Boogers and Cum. The fifth episode we got what's it called? My Safe Space. That's the next episode. I think we got Book of Love, and I kind of like it. I'll get to that down the middle. Like I said, you have to wait until next week because I'm not just reviewing one episode of South Park, but 2 episodes of this series of South Park. Instead of doing like week by week, I'm not doing like every single week. Doing 2 episodes for you back to back. It's just a one-off. Trying to wrap up this season 19 review of South Park before this month is out. Anyway, so Boogers and Cum. I'm gonna read a bit of the lyrics out. It's like piercing my potatoes, somewhere shitting my tomatoes, tomatoes. It's kind of rhyme, pissing my potatoes, somewhere shitting out my tomatoes, and feces in my flounder, queefy quarter pounder. And then you got this guy was holding, really basically feeling queasy, and the doctor, you haven't saw the doctor from South Park Hospital for years now. It's been a long time. He said like, I think your stomach's full of boogers and cum, and that guy was shocked. I'm guessing the reason why they're not eating, that's the reason why Gerald's not a Yelp reviewer after season 20, because he's eating boogers and cum. Cum is semen, and boogers is snot. It's on your in your nose. It's just like, wow. It's just one of my favorite songs so far. This is the reason why I like this episode. It's funny. People like disagree. Oh, it's not that funny. I don't know what people are smoking, but it's their opinion. It's not a great episode, but it was a good episode. It's just what it is. So did I miss out something? I think I missed out. No, I think I covered most of it. So yeah, I think that's it. I covered most of this episode. As for David, he's gone afterwards. He stick around in the next few episodes of this series of South Park, but don't think he appeared ever since. They kind of made him like a side character. I have a problem with David. I think he's just very bland in my opinion. Just lack of. There's the one problem. They never give him a chance to flesh out his character. I don't know. He might come back. I think like before we get to that, we don't know when the season 25 is out. We don't know when they're gonna do series 25 of South Park. I don't think it's this year. I think it's likely to be next year. I don't know. I wish they never covered the COVID pandemic. If they did never covered it, they could reference it because Simpsons referenced the COVID pandemic. But they never do 2 episodes. They did 1 last year, 1 this year, but I think it's next year we're going to see season 25 of South Park. I don't know if they're going to do 10 episodes or going back to the old format, doing 14 episodes, 15 episodes. How many episodes before they cut down to 10 episodes? I don't know. It's got to be 14, 15, maybe 20. I don't know. So we have to wait and find out. Yeah, but David, he's just I think he appeared in the next episode called Safe Space, and then I think he appeared a little bit in Tweaking Craig. He appeared in Naughty Ninjas. He got shot by Officer Bob Brady. We'll get to that episode probably the week after, because I'm reviewing 2 episodes of South Park next week. So yeah, so it's just what it is. I think he's just that's the point. The South Park character pool is so bloated. It's like Simpsons and right now Family Guy. It's very hard to cram a lot of new characters in an episode. It's just what it is. And we might see that character again with dialogue. I don't think he's had any dialogue ever since. It's a shame. You know, it's just like look at Heidi. They made it like she kind of broke away, becoming a background character, and she became a side character for a little bit, and then we might see Heidi again. You know, I don't think Heidi's gone. I might review season 20 in the future. You know, but because the plan that they're starting this relationship between her and Cartman. I think they ruined her. Like she might come back. Anyway, so yeah, this episode of South Park I think it was a good episode, a bit better than episode 3, so far. I like the Naughty Ninjas, episode. So yeah, I think it's one of my top 3, top 5 best episodes so far of Series 19 of South Park. So hope you enjoy my review of Season 19, Episode 3, review of South Park. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button. Click the like. Be part of the Central Unit today. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube for more wrestling videos and more. And this is Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.